Hi everyone. Sorry I haven't posted a video in a while, so I'm just going to give a couple of quick updates about the big belly ascension symptom. It's still getting, it's still going along. I still have it. I have stopped gaining weight and it's sort of plateaued off, maybe even lost a couple of pounds. So that's a good sign. I still get bloated. Not as bad lately, but gosh, even a month or two ago, it's just up and down no matter what foods I'm eating. It's just rather frustrating, but I do think just monitor yourself and see if it's coming and going with the energy coming into the earth. I don't know. It's still a mystery. I know a lot of people have it, especially us earth anchors. I guess it's just to anchor us here. Maybe we're very connected to the higher realms, and I don't think we really float off, but you know what it's like. We're here working in the 3D, and that's where our job is. And I think in a couple of years it'll clear up. So, that's great. About the process of your anchoring work, I hope you have developed it and let your intuition guide you and make it your own. I still use the emotion code chart. I still think it's great. I thought that I would be channeling a little bit more and adding to it, but I don't. I will say this, that after my last video where I gave, some good instruction on how I do this for the collective, and I used the magnet and all that, the very next day I woke up and in meditation, I got the message, you don't have to use the magnet anymore. So I guess my job was done when I made the video and showed people that were just kind of hammering it out and establishing this anchoring system within their own body. I needed to show them that. Then boom, the next day, Spirit said, don't use the magnet anymore. You don't have to. So if that happens to you, don't use it. I mean, it's a pain keeping up with it. And it just makes the process a lot quicker. Now, when I pull energies in, I have my hands up. Let me see if I can, sorry. I'll have my hands up, but off to the side. Universal love and light energy of God, flow through me now, releasing this collective emotion of blah, 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 into the inner earth grid. So Mother Earth can take, transmute, and transform it. And like at that time, you'll feel the energy buzzing in your hands, and you push your hands down like that, like you're pushing it into the earth. And so you're sort of a downward, an upward pointing triangle. And push it into the earth and, finish it up. So you can check out that video the way that I do it, but please make it your own. Your guides will tell you what to do, but I think that list is great for letting you muscle test to find the emotions that you've picked up from the collective because you're an empath. And then we get to put that energy into the earth, who, as you all know, if we are volunteers here, if we came back as volunteers, we're putting that energy in, this energy that's just clanging around. We've absorbed it and we push it into the earth as fuel for Mother Gaia's ascension, which is an incredible thing to be doing if you're called to it. I mean, if you're not an anchor, that's fine. It's not your calling, but a lot of us are, and we're having a lot of physical symptoms. So just keep developing your practice. If there's some more emotions, I've put a few things on the back of my list. I rarely get called to use that next column in the list. But please do, make it your own. Develop your intuition with what your guides are wanting you to do. It might be a little more specific than what mine is. Let's see. So I don't use the magnet anymore. I wanted to update you about the IBS stuff. A lot of us having that big belly ascension symptom and the gas and bloat, or really just bloating, where you look like you're pregnant. A lot of us may think that we have IBS, and we might. IBS There's a million different diets that you can do, low FODMAP and all that kind of stuff. I've tried it all. It might help you. It does not help me whatsoever. I try and I change stuff and it gets better for a second, but you know, I can be doing really well and then an energy solar storm or something comes in and I'll just blow up and have that. I have noticed that my IBS is emotionally, it's because of emotions. And especially if I get my path in this life has been, most everything is pretty good, except I've been struggling financially for years. I'm an artist and just sort of a bohemian, and money, it's getting old. Just not having any money. Money can be powerful if you want to travel or help people, but that's apparently something I came into this incarnation to hammer out. And I have heard that old souls, I consider myself an old soul, often struggle. We're not bought into the game of money, 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 and materialism. Sort of like, really? You would sell all your valuable time to some, 40-hour a week job or more? And so old souls have problems with stuff like that, and that's fine. I need to figure out what I can do to bring in the income, and it's led me to sort of say that I'm not going to use art as my income anymore. I'm going to put it on the back burner. It's going to be my hobby and not something that I have to use to make money. I mean, I can if a little teaching gig or something comes up, but so that's where I am. But it relates back to the IBS symptoms when I get stressed out, really stressed out about money. And I'm so fortunate. That's like the only thing really, knock on wood, that's a real big emotional drain on me right now. It's just finding the money to pay the rent. So look at your IBS as, if you have it, and it's painful and it's so fluctuating that it's hard to figure out what's happening with it. But try to relate it back to, it's your emotions in your tummy, and do some guided meditations. And there's hypnosis and relaxations for IBS, and those might help. But just, as energetic anchors, we're just going to have this stuff for a while. I don't think it's going to be too much longer, maybe another year or so. And I think things are already shifting back to normal with that. One thing I found that really helped me in a time where, it's just a couple of weeks ago, I was so bloated and in so much stomach pain. I was just probably meditating, sitting in bed with a heating pad on my stomach, and it's hot here. I live in the south of the United States, but the pain was so bad, and I just happened to be watching a YouTube video of an energetic healer, and he mentioned, it wasn't in any relation to what we're talking about, but he was talking about Tektite, a black stone. There's been a lot of stuff about black stones absorbing the whatnot, floating around, being released from other people. I'm not really into that scene, but I had an old obsidian that I used to wear at an old job that, that was a little toxic. I fished it out of my jewelry box and just put it on my stomach, especially usually if you have a lot of stomach pains, you'll kind of hold your hands on where it's the worst. Put that stone on where it's the worst, and just, take a minute or take a nap, whatever you need to do, lay down and just really work with that stone. Just let it rest and absorb. And I noticed a huge shift. I woke up the next morning and my stomach had gone down and the pain was gone. My stomach hadn't probably gone down all the way, but the pain was gone. So please try that. Use obsidian or any black stone that you feel drawn to. I've always liked obsidian, but he mentioned Tektite, and I know there's stuff like jet. Let's see. So use the obsidian. Okay. And the last physical thing that we might be going through as energetic anchors is issues with your tailbone. And this might have been going on for a while. It's kind of in an embarrassing area that not a lot of people want to talk about. I've been having issues with it for over a year now. I heard someone mention, oh yeah, all you know, light workers and all, heard people talking, they're having problems with their tailbone. That's the only thing he said about it. But I perked up because at that time, the skin at the very tip of my tailbone was open, and it was like an open sore. And that was right at the beginning of 2020, probably January, February. I had issues with that, a lot of energetic activity in that area, where I would feel a pounding, a pulsing, a vibration. It was crazy. Very root chakra areas. And that was wild. And then I moved to my new place in the springtime. It was so tall, the ceilings were so high in my last place where I was living that I could set up my copper pyramid that I had made for meditation. And, you know, it was like 10 feet tall. I made it myself from copper pipe. So, and I've had it for years. I was sitting in that and doing so many meditations and energy clearings and healings, that again, that tailbone area just ripped open, and I don't know why. And it's very uncomfortable, and it's like an open sore or wound. So if you are having issues with your tailbone, I guarantee you, some of you out there that are energetic anchors are having this. Remember that the end of your tailbone energetically goes into the earth, and for us, it just might be strengthening even more, like powerfully strengthening, especially because, you know, in this world that we live with, it's pavement, concrete. We have rubber-soled shoes. I know a lot of us practice grounding, but that might be limited to, you know, 10 or 15 minutes a day. You know, if you live in a city, it's hard to do. I think that, so if you're an energetic anchor, this deep root system coming from the tip of your tailbone, it may be transforming and activating, and really, I mean, think of it as an anchor. So some of you may be having issues with that. And I just wanted to point it out because it's in a, you know, a private area that not a lot of people talk about. I've actually broken my tailbone about 3 times, which is weird, but I have. Who knows, maybe those breaks were, you know, opening it up even more, or maybe it was karma. I am not sure. But if you have those tailbone issues, my advice to you, because another area, an exit area, is very close by, and we all go to the bathroom, I would say get a bidet on Amazon. I know. Anyway, you can order it online. It's called a Luxe bidet, and it's a small device. It's about $35, maybe $40 now, and you attach it to your own toilet. And it's one of the most highly rated products on Amazon. Check it out. There's more expensive versions, but this one is great. And it would help reduce any friction to the tip of the tailbone area, if you get my drift. So check that out. Let's see. I'm looking at my list. I'm trying to keep this under 5 minutes. It's now at 15 minutes. Whatever. I'm just going to get it out there. don't put anything weird into your body. And you know what I mean by that. Talking about the jab. And I'm going to give y'all an angel card reading for all my energetic anchors out there. Here's my deck. It's 2 angel oracle decks that alone they weren't so powerful, and I decided to put them together because I wanted a really big deck. And let me shuffle them 3 times. I'm just going to pull 1 card, and this is going to be 1 oracle card or angel card for my energetic anchors. Huh, the law of attraction card was upside down. That's weird. So, note to you, start, using that law of attraction and beware. It might already be activated, so I'll clean up your thoughts a little bit. Clear that. Okay. Angels and archangels, what messages do you have? They already gave me a card. Archangel Raphael. Let's see. I'll show it to you. It's going to be backwards because of how I'm filming, but look at that. Let's see. Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, is with you, supporting your healing work. So we may need to give a shout out to Archangel Raphael. You want to see if there's another message? That one came down really fast. Okay. What do my energetic anchors need to hear right now? I heard the word unify. Any more messages? Just one more. Just one more, please. These are all sticky. And they're not really sticky, but sometimes, when you're shuffling cards and they get all sticky. All right, no more messages. Dadgummit. Okay, so the next time I update, I will pull another angel card, but remember, Archangel Raphael. The healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. So have a great day, and I'll be back with a lot more to tell you. Have a great week.